So we have taken a look at the greatest players in the history of the Premier League's current top two, Manchester City and Manchester United. And today we move on to the division's third place side, Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs have often been something of an early team, but they've had some incredibly talented players over the years. In total, Tottenham have won 2 top flight titles, 8 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 7 Charity Shields, 1 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup and 2 UEFA Cups. Once again, greatest accounts for a myriad of factors such as talent, longevity, impact, influence and success. If Harry Kane sticks around for another couple of years at least, he will walk into this 7, but as things stand, he only makes the honourable mentions. Here are our 7 greatest Tottenham players of all time. Paul Gascoigne. In terms of raw talent and ability, you could make a case for Gazza being the greatest Spurs player of the lot. Unfortunately, the trouble Geordie played only 3 seasons at White Hart Lane, meaning he's pretty fortunate to even make 7th. Gascoigne had wonderful technique and was a magician with the ball at his feet. Renowned for his mazy runs, beautiful goals and occasional defence-splitting passes, he probably played the best football of his career at White Hart Lane. During his time with Spurs, Gazza won the FA Cup, set the world alight at Italia 90, made the PFA Team of the Year, made the World Cup Team of the Tournament, came 4th in Ballon d'Or voting and scored a goal of the season winner. Pat Jennings. Someone who enjoyed rather more longevity at White Hart Lane was Pat Jennings. The greatest goalkeeper in Tottenham history, and there is some mean competition, Jennings made 472 appearances for Spurs, the 3rd most of any player in history. A calm and complete goalkeeper who made it all look easy, Jennings was as good as they get when it comes to a safe pair of hands. He spent 13 years at White Hart Lane, where he won the FA Cup, 2 League Cups, a UEFA Cup and a Charity Shield, before moving on to Arsenal, where he spent a further 8 years as an undisputed first choice. Cliff Jones. You probably expected a Welsh winger in this 7, but it may well have been a different one to Cliff Jones. Whilst Gareth Bale merits his place in the honourable mentions, he cannot be ranked above Jones when it comes to genuine Spurs greats. One of the best left wingers in the world for at least 5 years, Jones spent 10 seasons with Tottenham, starring in their 1960-61 double-winning squad. A quick and tireless left winger who was brilliant on the ball, Jones scored 159 goals in 378 games for Tottenham, as well as laying on many more for his teammates. He joined Tottenham from Swansea in 1958 and ranks as the club's 4th highest scorer of all time and their highest non-centre forward. Danny Blanchflower. The captain of that 1961 double-winning side, Danny Blanchflower is the best passer of a ball Spurs have ever had. The 2nd Northern Irish legend in this 7, Blanchflower was a footballing purist, and he was an artist with the ball at his feet. A wonderfully intelligent footballer, renowned for his hard work and pinpoint passes, Blanchflower was a brilliant right half. He spent 10 years with Tottenham between 1954 and 1964, during which time he won 4 trophies. He is one of only 9 players, along with the likes of Stanley Matthews and Cristiano Ronaldo, to have been named FWA Footballer of the Year more than once. Dave Mackay.
What? Dave Mackay?
That's right, Cloughie. In at 3rd is Dave Mackay, who spent 9 years at Tottenham between 1959 and 1968. The driving force during Tottenham's most successful era, Mackay won 8 trophies at White Hart Lane, including the league title and helping Spurs become the first British side to win a European trophy. Capable of playing as a central or defensive midfielder, Mackay was tough and resilient, twice coming back from leg breaks, but he was also a thinker and technician who often ran the show for Tottenham. Glenn Hoddle. A recent poll among Tottenham fans crowned Glenn Hoddle as the club's greatest ever player, but he takes 2nd for us. An exquisite attacking midfielder, blessed with all the grace and poise in the world, Hoddle was a schemer who could waltz past opponents and pass the ball through the eye of a needle. He seemed far more suited to the continental game than the English one, and eventually he left Tottenham after 12 years of service for Monaco. Hoddle won 4 trophies at Tottenham, making the First Division Team of the Year 5 times and hitting 20 plus goals once. Hoddle became a PFA Team of the Century inclusion in 2007, and he won the Worthington Cup as Spurs manager in 2002. Jimmy Greaves. Our choice as Tottenham's greatest player of all time, we don't think top spot can go to anyone other than Jimmy Greaves. The greatest British centre forward of all time, and probably among the top 10 worldwide, Greaves was an unbelievable striker, possessing fantastic awareness and anticipation, as well as a real burst of pace and a tremendous shot. He is Tottenham's all-time leading scorer with 266 goals from 379 games, and he won 2 FA Cups and a European Cup Winners' Cup with Spurs, scoring 3 goals in 3 finals. Alan Shearer may often be cited as being the Premier League's all-time leading scorer, but this rewriting of history to ignore anything pre-1992 obscures the greatness of players like Greaves. Whilst Shearer bagged an impressive 283 top-flight goals, Greaves is the top flight's all-time leading scorer, with 357 top-flight goals, despite retiring from the professional game at 31. So that's it for our top 7, but there should be some honourable mentions in the video description below. Thanks for watching, give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to HITC Sevens.